Welcome to Psychic Cowgirl Radio with Shannon Lackman. Practical, insightful conversations to empower and inspire you on your personal journey. From her cattle ranch in Alberta, this sassy psychic cowgirl uses her connections to universal energies to guide you to greater awareness and wisdom.
Good morning, everybody. I forgot to unmute while I was dealing with my pets. How are you all on this lovely Wednesday morning? It's chilly here. We had a big dump of snow, which is delightful. My puppy has been enjoying it so much, and it kind of shifts our energies here because fire season is coming and we're all worried. So having a big dump of snow does help us ease that a little. And, yeah, so that's what's happening here. We don't start calving yet, so just keeping an eye on everyone and waiting for the cuteness to happen. Okay, so my topic today, empaths and phoniness. One thing that really drains an empath is being around fake people. Because we do know. We don't always recognize it because it's sometimes hard for us to understand why they feel the need to be fake. But, it could be their deep insecurities. Insecure people, they don't want to feel what they're feeling. And so they do things to distract themselves from that feeling, or they want to blame somebody else for that feeling. And as an empath, who feels everything it's a bit rough to navigate because it doesn't make sense to us. Because we've learned through our journey as an empath to be authentic because it's the only way for us to get anything done, right? Because when you feel everything from everybody, it can be like debilitating at times. Energy hangovers, like we get them when you're in an especially challenging situation and you don't have your protections or your tools to deal with it, or being in a big crowd sometimes. So anyways, here's the thing. When you have to deal with people who are phony, that's what their energy feels like to you. They don't feel sincere. They're not being truthful. And so what we have to navigate is untangling our wanting to help them, our wanting to maybe fix them, because we want everybody to be healthy, happy, right? If you could give an empath one wish, they would want everyone to be healthy and happy, because it would make an empath's life so much nicer. Because when you feel what other people are feeling, you take it on, because you want to fix it. Maybe you're a transmuter and you want to transmute it. But is that your job, right? And so we need to, make sure that we cultivate our awareness to know what is our energy, because sometimes it is our energy. Maybe we're the ones projecting out anger, insecurity, guilt, shame, and we're human. That's going to happen. We need to understand and be a little bit gentler on ourselves about that. But when it's not ours, that's when it's energy draining, right? Because we work so hard to find, our first reaction tends to be that it must be mine. Because as an empath, you take on the world's stuff, right? And we can always find a reason why we're feeling what we're feeling. And so, break the energy, zip your chakras, ask, is this mine? Do something to shift. And it's got to be something physical. Laughing yoga, there's a laughing yoga grounding dance on YouTube that I adore. It's also on Spotify, and I use it every morning. I absolutely love it. It helps shift your energies immediately, and it's easy, and it's fun. So if that's not your thing, find a music, like pick a song that lifts you up and have it ready to play to shift your energies so that you can discern whether what you're feeling is your stuff or somebody else's stuff. And, when you're around phony people, you feel guilty for judging them. Because as an empath, you do have compassion and you understand that they're going through their own stuff. And you also have an innate understanding that people do things for a reason. Now, their reasons may not make sense to you, but it does to them. And when phony people are being challenged and their facades and lies are crumbling, they tend to get messy. And they want to blame somebody else. And that's an emotional immaturity. And that's not your problem. Cultivating your own self-awareness and self-understanding builds your emotional maturity and your emotional intelligence, and it helps you understand other people better, but at the same time, you have to realize that you can't fix them. And sometimes their demons are just too deep. And it's up to them to work on them. I do magic prayers, though. I try to, send them good juju to help with their demons, but their demons are theirs. I'm not taking them on. It's interesting because I have a certain energy clearing that I do when I'm being sent psychic attacks or bad juju, right? And the thing is, it's not necessarily that someone wishes me harm, or maybe they do, whatever. It could be something as simple as they're feeling very insecure about something and they want to blame somebody else because emotionally insecure, unintelligent people need somebody else to be the bad guy so that they can validate or feel better about themselves. And it's just the way it is. And so as an empath, you need to make sure you have yourself in that bubble of protection. You know, visualize or imagine a hula hoop on the ground, step into it, shoot it to the sky. Pay attention to what you're dreaming about. Something happened yesterday that was super interesting, and my dreams warned me about it, and then my dreams last night told me how to change it. And I'm very grateful. As an empath, pay attention to your dream time. Figure out your symbolism. Well, and then crazy, so I have this certain energy clearing, like I was talking about, that I feel it in my lower back when people are, I need to clear it, right? Because sometimes I'm just taking on their stuff and then transmuting it, right? So I need to clear it from myself. So my husband sent me a picture of something he was working on yesterday, and I saw a sign in that picture that was like, oh, man, okay, and it was horrifying. And he really didn't understand why I thought it was horrifying, which was funny, until he got home, and I said, pull up that picture. This is what I see. And he's like, oh, yeah, you're right. So as an empath, pay attention to the signs and symbols the universe is sending you, because the universe has your back so much. And I'm like, all right, I need to do some energy clearing on that. And also there was somebody else, a client that I'm helping, and I knew I needed to check in with her because I felt like if I have to clear it from me, I probably have to clear it from her because I was working on her a few days ago. And it's interesting. Pay attention. Pay attention to your dreams. You're getting those pieces of information. I just read the most amazing book, ladies. I'm going to encourage you to check it out to see if it resonates with you. It's called Vital Spark. And I can't recall her last name, so I'm going to just quickly look it up to make sure that Lisa Marciano. It is so good. It's about us, ladies. I'm going to encourage you to check it out to see if it resonates with you, and if it resonates with you, read it. I actually just encourage my library to get a copy because the library doesn't have a copy. It is that good. We need to tap into some of those parts of ourselves that are more warrior-like. Energy clearing brings out the warrior in me. It makes me so happy. I like zapping that negative energy that's messing with us and clouding our thinking or making us feel overwhelmed or spiraling into negativity. Love it. And especially great for empaths because we take on so much energy that's not ours to take on necessarily. But it's also how we survive and how we navigate our world and how we've made sure we've stayed safe. There's lots of bonuses, but we need a way to clear ourselves so that we can move forward with clarity and confidence, right? Now, guilt as an empath is one of those energies that's like, ooh, it's a little harsh. And so we're going to do a guided imagery today to release some guilt because when we feel everything, we can become hyper aware, right? And we don't want to think ill of someone because we don't want to necessarily send them a psychic attack. But if they're sending them to us, we need to protect ourselves, and sometimes that does mean return to sender. And we should not feel guilt about that because one of the things my Reverend lessons taught me is you have to sometimes, when appropriate, cultivate discernment, get down to the level of somebody in order to get the message through. It's being human, and it may feel uncomfortable. So, again, figure out what works for you, right? We're in a messy existence, but there's so much fun. My puppy is destroying a cat toy right now, so I think I might have to go to a different room and lock the doors when it's time for the meditation so that we're not all distracted by her exuberance. She's so cute. Okay. So what if you have to deal with someone and you know that their go-to is lying to you? That telling the truth is just not their first reaction. So figure out what your intention is. If your intention is to get them to tell the truth no matter what, that's just going to be exhausting. If your intention is to get some information, figure out a way to get it, and then discern if it's true or not. I know it's exhausting, but we have to deal with them, especially when they're in our families, right? I also send them magic prayers because I really do hope they heal. I hope that they do better, but at the same time, I can't take on their chaos. They've made the choices. They're doing what they're doing, and I will protect myself from it and feel compassion for them and actually a little bit of pity. But we have to be careful about feeling pity or feeling sorry for someone because that's how we can get manipulated as an empath, right? Because some people, it's just how they live their life. And it's unfortunate. It really, really is. And, yeah, send them some magic prayers. Or don't, because maybe their demons are just too much for you. And that you need to know for yourself, right? And you need to find a way to release your guilt about maybe thinking that they're jerks. Not everybody is secure enough to have everybody else's best interest at heart, right? They're so wrapped up in their own pain and trauma and what they feel like they deserve that they're totally sabotaging relationships in their own life, and that can't be your problem. Not always. It's interesting being empathic and knowing, because you do know what you know. You feel what you feel, you hear what you hear, you see what you see, you know what you know. The challenge can be in translating it to what it actually means. So again, favorite empath tools? I don't know what my dog just did, but it sounded loud. Spray smudge your shoes. Spray smudge is liquid gold. Sea salt baths. Put crystals in your pocket, anything black, shungite, tourmaline. I have a necklace that is my protection necklace that I wear a lot. Be clear on your intentions, right? Because here's the interesting thing. When we're dealing with people that are very insecure and chaotic, we can take on that energies. And so we need to be discerning. What do you want? What kind of answers are you looking for? If you're hoping to hold them accountable and make them apologize for something, you probably need to let that go. and find a way to coexist, but make sure you protect your energy. Because bless their hearts, right? And we are in bumpy, chaotic times because people are struggling. But as an empath, you have to work on trying not to take that on. Okay, so we're doing a release guilt meditation. And I'm not sure exactly how long this one takes. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing it now. Okay, I'm just going to take about 30 seconds to shift your energies, wiggle, and then we'll do the meditation, and then I'll remind you of some great tools after to shift your energy so that you're not taking on other people's stuff. Here we go. Becoming aware of your breathing. Just notice it for a few moments. Taking these moments to gently focus on your breath. Then we're going to go ahead and give ourselves 3 big, deep breaths as deeply as possible, comfortably, as we begin to release the energies that are making us feel cluttery, letting go. And these breaths, these nice, big, deep breaths, are you giving yourself permission to be here now and do this journey with me? Go ahead and do your 3 big, deep breaths. Nice. Giving yourself permission to be here and now in this time and space. As your normal, natural breathing begins occurring, imagine a gentle, warm, balmy breeze as it wafts around. Wafting around your head, your neck, and your shoulders. And with every breath, as this breeze continues to move gently around, there's a gently and easily releasing and a letting go feeling going on, becoming more and more comfortable with every breath, releasing any tension in your shoulders, just letting it go, giving yourself the gift of being here right now. Feeling this warm, gentle, balmy breeze go across your upper back, circling around through your chest. A warm and nurturing feeling as this breeze continues to comfort you. You're feeling safe, you're feeling secure. Down both arms, hands, and fingers, releasing and letting go. And with every breath taken, perhaps there may begin to be some wondering. Is it a breathing of this breeze? Is it a breathing? Yes, it is. Is it a breathing of this breeze, or is the breeze breathing me? Feeling this comforting energy, feeling loved, feeling safe, feeling secure, feeling that you can be you in this time and space right now. With every breath, This breeze continues circling around through your mid-back and around through your solar plexus. Every breath drifting deeper now. The gentle sensations of the warm, balmy breeze as it continues around through your lower back and circling around through your belly. Releasing and letting go. Becoming more and more comfortable with every breath. The breeze continues moving around thighs, knees, calves, ankles, and around through your feet. Now and with every breath, becoming completely and thoroughly comfortable, calm, and at ease. Being at one with the breeze, and the breeze still gently, easily moving all around and all through. So that at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Deeply, deeply, deeply relaxed. Deeply relaxed, and let's go on this journey. It's time. It's time to take a journey. Some may say that making a visit to the Red Rock Desert is a good place to go. Feels good for your soul. Going to this Red Rock Desert can clear your mind and can often bring more for your soul. Seekers often go to Red Rock Desert. It's been said there is a fire pit there, not too high up, on a ridge somewhere. That fire in this pit is always burning. It's ready to burn away doubts, fears, guilt, shame, bad habits, and stress. Whatever you need this fire to burn away, it can do that for you. Wondrous tales have been told about others who have climbed up this gentle slope, gone around this curve of the red rocks to that ridge, letting go of what they no longer needed or wanted. They just tossed that old into the fire pit. If someone were to do this, they would have figured out the way to prepare for such a journey. For comfort and security, they would allow. You can do this. Visualize or imagine yourself at this fire pit with the red rocks around you. You're safe. You're secure. You're magic. You're there. It's time. You're ready. Take a moment. Choose what you would like to release right now. We'll just pick one for now. Perhaps it's guilt. Perhaps it's shame. Perhaps it's doubts. Perhaps it's a fear you have. Perhaps it's overwhelm. Just take a moment and choose one. Don't overthink it. Perhaps it's overthinking. Because you can come back to this. You can do this again and again. As you tune into the magic of this fire pit. As you visualize or imagine, perhaps whatever you want to release, you write it on a piece of paper. Perhaps it's anger. You get to choose. Visualize or imagine whatever it is written on a piece of paper and toss it into the fire pit. It seems as though There is transformational power with that fire pit. Many have reported to receive ancient knowledge from taking this journey at twilight. Perhaps you want to redo this journey at twilight. There's no way to do this wrong. In the stillness of this desert, sitting alongside of the fire pit, notice everything. Noticing what they notice. Feel what you feel. See what you see. Hear what you hear. Know what you know. Letting go. Tossing it in. Then quiet relief. Again, what is seen, heard, touched, smelled, felt. Sensory awareness is high as you get to soak in the energy of this transformational magic fire pit. You feel warm. You feel soothed. You feel comfortable and secure. You know this fire pit is going to take care of whatever you tossed in so that you can move forward in your life with clarity and confidence. That you're able to release this energy that feels like it's tangling you up. You're able to release this, untangle yourself so you can move forward with your inner knowing strong. As you're here, visualize or imagine that it's twilight. You got this. You've been hanging out at this fire pit, soaking in its energy, knowing that it's here for you. You're feeling valued. You're feeling accepted. You're feeling cleansing. As you soak in this energy, go ahead and be there and enjoy. I'm just going to give you a few moments to soak into this as twilight turns to night. Visualize or imagine it. You got this. The night sky becomes ablaze with stars. You're safe. You're secure. And you're able to receive what more may come for your soul. You are still. I'm just going to give you a few moments to soak that in. Perhaps you're going to get a message. Perhaps you're going to get a feeling. Just be there. You've released, and now you get to invoke something. It could be clarity, confidence, security, value. It's yours. Just ask for it as you soak in the energy of this transformational fire pit. Go ahead and do that. there something else you would like to let go of since you get to be in this energy of this transformational fire pit? If there is, go ahead and do that. Just visualize or imagine yourself writing it on a piece of paper and tossing it into that pit. And as you let that go, think of something you would like to invoke. Perhaps trusting your intuition, perhaps confidence, perhaps clarity, perhaps health, perhaps vitality. Go ahead and invoke that while you're sitting in the energy of this beautiful fire pit. It's as simple as that. Nice. You got this. And for now, let's go ahead and close off this journey, knowing you can come back to it any time you need a boost or you need to let go. You need to shift your energy. This magic fire pit is perfect for that. And for now, let's bring back the importance and the positives of this journey into conscious, outer awake life at one with a deep cleansing breath in and release. 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes open, wide awake. Eyes open, wide awake. Say your first name out loud if you need to. The Red Rock Desert Fire Journey is so amazing. So amazing. Feel free to come back to this anytime. Just fast forward through the chat and listen to this guided imagery. Okay, so because we're dealing with situations, I'm going to remind you, get some spray smudge your shoes if you're having to deal with people that just feel phony to you. Put the crystals in your pocket. But I also want to remind you to invoke your confidence. You do know. You do know when someone's being phony or fake, because it comes across as being condescending. Their very demeanor feels like, or their energy feels like they're finding a way to put you in your place, because they don't want to be found out. And you don't have to confront them. You don't have to make them feel uncomfortable, because as an empath, that's messy for us, right? Unless you do. I'm also going to encourage you to read the book, The Vital Spark, because there's just amazing stories in there that will help you tune into your inner warrior. Because as an empath, we need to be very clear when to bring out our inner warrior to get some things done and to protect ourselves and those that we love from shadiness. And some people's demons, they just don't know what to do with them, and they're just shady. And that's not your fault, not your problem, not yours to take on. Visualize or imagine a hula hoop, step into it, shoot it to the sky, and you're in a column of protection. Cut the energy, zip your chakras, do a chakra balance. Lift your energy before you have to go out. The laughing yoga grounding dance, perfect. Or pick your song that you can't help but dance to. And dance, maybe even play it in your car on where you're going, because you need to strengthen your inner reserves to deal with difficult people. You can do this. We need to do this because life's messy. All right, then. I'm going to send you all a big hug and a blessing. Don't forget to go check the energy clearing poll. I can't remember what it is right now, but check it out on Facebook and Instagram and make your choice so we can do the lovely energy clearing Thursday evening. And I hope something truly magical and enchanting happens to you all today. Big hugs. Bye-bye.
You have been listening to Psychic Cowgirl Radio with Shannon Lackman. Practical, insightful conversations to empower you on your personal journey. To connect with Shannon directly, visit psychiccowgirl.com. That's PSYCHICCOWGIRL.com.